Hey, TayRayGun here. I remember back in the day reading the mini comic of Fisto here, which is who we're going to be looking at, and he said, "Sorry, He-Man, I couldn't fist them all." Sounds so wrong, but this figure might be so good.
Ray Guns Legos, bricks and toys.
Alright, toy fans, so listen, it's been a while since I've done an action figure. I got this one pretty cheap. I love Fisto. Gotta fist them all. The whole joke in the movie was hilarious. But this is one of the new Eternia pieces, and I figured, hey, you know what? We gotta get this one out, check it out, see what all's going on with it. Granted, there's a ton of reviews out there, but I kind of want to look at this, open, and enjoy it with you. So, first off, let's take a look at that box. Okay, so our package, and much like some of the other figures in the Masterverse line, now the Masterverse is always indicated by this nice little image up here. This is the 7-inch line, the collector's line for the Masters of the Universe toys. This being Fisto, they have this beautiful artwork up here. So we've got a picture of He-Man here, and we'll compare Fisto with He-Man, though I'm not going to do that He-Man. I think I'm going to do the Battle Armor He-Man, because that's one of my favorites out of the line. And we'll kind of look and see how he works with everything else. We got the Lizard Man, we got the other creatures that were from the old mini comics and original artwork. And then we get this nice fist over here. Now, the package itself is a really cool sort of shape where it folds and moves in different areas. And you still have that exploding rock sort of look, which makes it so much fun. We get a side profile with both his normal head and his new Eternia head. Get to see him with his weapon. We've got him with the new Eternia head here. We get his regular head there. We get his new weapon. And we do get to see that there's a play feature where we get to change out his fist with different parts of his battle hammer here. He does come with that traditional katana sword, which is really nice. And we get a lot of look. Now, some of this actually has a little bit of that vibe of the 2000X Fisto, which we didn't get to see too much. He's got, of course, the oversized fist, but then he has the head kind of armor piece, a kind of crown thing. We got that with the Classics version, which I absolutely love. And I think I have mine placed with the Classics head. That's more the 2000X versus the normal head. I'm on the fence on this one. I don't know if I like the new Eternia head or if I'm going to like the normal head. But, when we open it up, we're going to check that out and see what's going on with it. Other than that, that's all we got for the box. We need to get this one out and see what's inside. All right. And, of course, this is our Fisto. Wow, he looks really cool. I'm actually quite surprised by this. I do kind of like this whole head thing. Now, for him, as far as articulation, if you have any of the Masterverse figures, this is going to be kind of on the same wave here. We do have that ball jointed head, though there is a lot of hindrance here because of that ponytail. We do have the kind of ball hinged arms up here that rotate, bicep cut. We do have the double pinless elbows, though it is very tight on that second pinned area. We do get the fist here that works on the pivot and hinge, so he can go fist bump it. We do get the waist turn. And I believe there's an ab crunch in there, but it's also hindered by that armor up here as well, which is removable. We'll look at that as well. We do have, of course, the nice metallics here in the arm. Another ball hinged. This one a little bit different, whereas this one feels a little bit more smoother on its hinge. This has a little bit stronger hinge over here. We do have, of course, a bicep swivel here. Instead of it just being the hand, it's the whole arm this time. We do have this unique joint here, but it is a single pivot here and not a double pinless hinge. We do get the turning of the wrist here as well. And instead of having a pivot on the hand, we just have the swivel here because this should be able to pull out and switch with other items. We do have, of course, the ball jointed hinge sort of leg. It's got a lot of rotation here. We get, of course, the thigh swivel, which these always throw me off because of the way the muscles are sculpted on there. I think that looks a little weird to me, but it's there. We do have the double pinless hinge knee, along with the swivel boot cut, the rocking ankle, and the pivot there as well. Everything on this feels nice and smooth, buttery smooth to be exact. Nothing feels too tight, which is good because we don't want them to be super tight and all messed up. This feels a lot different than some of the first Masterverse figures that we got in the wave, which I am super excited about. Now, with that, we want to be able to switch out because he does come with extra accessories. Let's look at those. For the extra accessories, we do get for the left arm an open hand so he can actually grip something, which this will probably be the hand I use the most. It does have that pivot on it as well. We do get the other head, which I really like the sculpting on there. That looks good. And the hair on that is beautifully sculpted. 2 different pieces of plastic, and it works really well. Get, of course, that traditional samurai type sword that he had, except this time instead of folding in, it folds back the way it's supposed to, with the purple hilt and handle on there. Very, very nice. Very Fisto. And then we've got this this piece right here. Now, this, I thought it was warped, but it actually has a bit of a ball joint in there, so this thing itself kind of pivots, which is interesting. We get the wrapped handle down here, and then we get these 2 pieces here, which these will plug off. If I can get that off. Some of these are pretty tight. There we go. You can plug these off, and I believe you can switch out and put his hand on one of those, and we'll check that out as we go. Now I went ahead and took the liberty of popping his head off, and it's just a basic ball joint, so you can pop it off just like that. Now, the armor itself does pull from these 2 tabs on the back, and it does come up, and it utilizes that newer body type. So we've got all of the articulation up there, the nice rocking, but it is hindered by his armor, but he does have the turn waist portion there, the waist swivel. So there are some things that do work really well. Now, we didn't get an alternate arm version that allows him just to have the fist. We got the whole mechanical arm, which I'm actually okay with. But let's try out that classic head and see kind of what we're looking at here. Now, it is a bit of a tight fit, but it does fit. Yeah, I'm actually not sure which one I like more, but that is a good look. We'll go ahead and switch out that hand as well, so he can hold a tool. He can only have so much fisting, and then he needs to stop, right? I love this fist here with the knuckles on there and the spikes. Now, one of the cool play features is we can take this and we can switch out the different pieces. So if we want to give him a little punching nub, he could have it. The sword does fit up in the back, and I guess you could turn it either way. I don't know, I think that feels a little bit more right. It does turn out quite a bit instead of flushing a little bit more to the back, which which I think is interesting, but I guess he can pull it from that side there. We do have, of course, his hammer, so we're going to put the fist on there just like that. Then we'll put the club for the man-at-arms sort of club there on the end, and this should fit in his hand very, very nicely. Look at that. Yeah, that's a good looking figure. So we'll compare him up with another one of my favorites, the Battle Armor He-Man from the Masterverse. And I mean, they look great together. They go toe to toe. Got a little bit of age on them, which makes them look really cool. Now, there's not a lot of switching between parts because their skin tones are different. So you can't take like He-Man's head, put it on Fisto, and put Fisto's head on He-Man. If you did, I mean, I guess it would kind of work, but the skin tones are noticeably different between the two. So that's just something to keep in mind. But, man, these two could definitely battle it out. I think that would work. I kind of wonder if this would work over there on Fisto's shoulder pauldron. I mean, this is if, of course, you have this particular He-Man. I like sometimes making, like, newer He-Man, or, like, I like mixing up the parts, which I think is kind of the point back in the day with the old He-Man toys, is oftentimes I would put armor on different people, and I would try to make up new characters. If I had any doubles, I would do that. Let's see. This does fit to him. Actually, it looks pretty good. I like having this sort of armor piece. And let's check out this belt and see if this belt works for him too. That could be kind of cool. Nice. Yeah, and because this is a standard belt, like all the figures here, let's see if I can... I always struggle with these belts. But yeah, I mean, if this is a little bit more silvered, that would work great. So this might be a good way to customize your figure a little bit if you have the Battle Armor He-Man from the Masterverse. I will admit, so final verdict on this is that this is a pretty cool figure. I happen to like it. Now, I'm a big Fisto fan as it is. And of course, when I saw Fisto on screen for the movie, it made me super happy. Though I always imagined Fisto being played by Gerard Butler, but I could still get behind the guy who did play him in the movie. And I really enjoyed that movie quite a bit. But this figure really does embody a lot of that Fisto character, with some modernization there that makes it a little more New Eternia. Definitely falling on that line between, you know, Flash Gordon and, you know, sci-fi fantasy sort of allure, which I absolutely love. And this definitely peaks in that department of having that really nice kind of vintage sort of castle barbarian feel, along with some really good technology stuff. And it definitely fills the part of being, I don't know, like true science fiction fantasy, which is what He-Man's all about. Everything but the kitchen sink. And the name itself already cracks me up. So this one, I'm going to say, I'm glad I picked it up. I have the link down below. This is definitely one I would probably say you're going to want to pick this up. Yeah, most definitely. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications to be alerted if anything comes from me to you. Comment down below and like this video. It helps YouTube know that you like what I'm making. Want to help out the channel? Be sure to get something out of the affiliate link down below or in the shop in the link tree in the bio. Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.